Hello children, I hope all of you are doing good. Today we are going to discuss your exercise 2.4 of polynomials. This exercise is basically based on factor theorem and factorization of quadratic and cubic polynomial. Factor theorem we have discussed in the previous video also. Let's just revise it. Factor theorem says that if p of x is a polynomial of degree n which is greater than 1 and a is any real number, then it means if we are dividing any polynomial by any linear polynomial, then if remainder is 0, if p of a equals to 0, then x minus a will be called as a factor of polynomial p of x. And similarly, if x minus a is a factor of p of x, if it is given that it is already a factor of p of x, then we can write directly p of a equals to 0. Alright, let's start the exercise. In the first question, we are given determine which of the following polynomials has x plus 1 a factor. It means x plus 1 as a factor we need to check. For this we need to find the value of p of minus 1. P of minus 1 we need to find of each polynomial, and we need to check if we are getting 0 at the end, we can say yes, x plus 1 is a factor of given p of x, and if it is not, then it will not be a factor of the given polynomial. Alright, so let's start. In the first equation we are given x cube plus x square plus x plus 1. So it is, if it is already given that x plus 1 is a factor, then we need to find the value of p of minus 1. Just check it. Just put the value of x equals to minus 1 in the question. So it will be minus 1 cube plus minus 1 square plus minus 1 plus 1. So the cube of minus 1 will be minus 1. Minus 1 square is always positive 1. In the place of x it would be minus 1 and 1 is same. So at the end we can see we can cut this minus 1 and plus 1 and this minus 1 and plus 1. So at the end we are getting 0. So we can say yes, hence x plus 1 is a factor of the given p of x or the given polynomial. Similarly in the second one, let's see it. x4 plus x cube plus x squared plus x plus 1. Let's just check the value of p of minus 1. Minus 1 times to the power 4 is positive 1. Minus 1 cube is minus 1. Square of minus 1 is always positive 1. X equals to minus 1 given, and 1 is same. So at the end of this we'll get 1 as remainder, because this 1 and minus 1 will be cancelled, this 1 and minus 1 cancels, we'll get 1 as a one answer, which is surely not equals to 0. So if we are getting a non-zero answer, then we can say it is not a factor of the given p of x. I think it is clear to all of you, right? Let's see the next question first. Again we need to find the p of minus 1. Minus 1 times to the power 4, positive 1. 3x cube, 3 into minus 1 cube. Minus 1 cube is minus 1 and 3x cube would be minus 3. 3x square, the square of minus 1 would be positive 1 and 1 3 is a 3. Minus 1 in the place of x and 1 is same. So here we'll solve this equation and we'll get 1 as the remainder, because this one will cancel with this minus 1, for positive 3 and negative 3 will be cancelled out. So at the end we'll get 1. So it will not be a factor of the given polynomial. Similarly the last we can do the same. Minus 1 cube minus of minus 1 square plus 2 plus root 2 into minus 1 and plus root 2. Just solve it. So this 2 and minus 1 is minus 2. This will be cut out with the positive 2. Root 2 plus root 2 gets 2 root 2. as it is not equals to 0, so it will not be a factor of x plus 1 will not be a factor of the given polynomial. Easy. So similarly, we have the second question also. We need to use the factor theorem to check whether g of x is a factor of p of x in each of the following cases. It's quite simple. We are given p of x as 2x cube plus x square minus 2x minus 1. We need to check whether x plus 1 is a factor of the given p of x or not. So if x plus 1 equals to 0, so we'll take x equals to what? Minus 1. Alright. So just put the value of x here in the p of x. So just check for the value of p of minus 1. 2 into x cube. 2 into minus 1 whole cube will be minus 2. X square minus 1 square is positive 1. Minus 2 into minus 1. Minus will be positive. So we'll have positive 2 and minus 1 is the same. So we can see at minus 2 and plus 2 will be cancelled out. And plus 1 and minus 1 will be cancelled out, so that we are getting 0 as a remainder. So we can say yes, g of x, the given g of x is a factor of p of x. Similarly, in the second one, we are given x plus 2, so we'll go for the value of x equals to minus 2. Just find the value of p of minus 2. After putting the value of minus 2 in this equation, we'll get minus 8 plus 12 minus 6 plus 1. So that minus 8 minus 6 is minus 14, 12 plus 1 is 13, so we are getting minus 1, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, it is not a factor of the given p of x. Alright, it is quite similar and simple. In the last one, p of x is given, g of x is given as x minus 3. So we have to check for the value of p of minus 3. Sorry, p of positive 3, because x minus 3 equals to 0, so x will be 3. So we have to check for p of 3. Just put x equals to 3 in the third question. 3 cube is 27 minus 4 times of x square. 3 square is 9, 9 fours are 36 plus 3 in the place of x and plus 6 is the same. So we are getting 0 as the remainder. So we can say yes, g of x is a factor of. Alright. Now the third one is same, but we need to find the value of k if it is given x minus 1 is a factor of p of x. Now see, it is already given as x minus 1 is a factor, so we don't need to check that whether it is a factor or not, but we need to find the value of k. So what we are going to do, if it is given x minus 1 is a factor, so we'll go for the p of 1 in each case and we'll equate it with the what? 0. Alright, as it is given that it is a factor, so p of 1 will be 0. So just do it. 1 square plus 1 plus k. 1 plus 1 plus k equals to 0. So 1 plus 1 2. So k will be minus 2. Second one, 2x square plus kx plus root 2. 2 plus 2k. Sorry, 2 plus k plus root 2. So it would be the value minus of 2 plus root 2. Alright. Because we are having 2 plus k plus root 2. 2 plus root 2 will be combined, and just when we'll displace it will be with the negative sign. In the third one, kx square minus root 2x plus 1. So we'll have k minus root 2 plus 1. So after the displacement, we'll get the value of k equals to root 2 minus 1. Alright, and the last one, again check for the p of 1. P of 1 and equate it with the 0. So it will be 1, k minus 3 plus k. So we have k minus 3 plus k, with 2k minus 3 equals to 0. The value of k would be 3 by 2. So I think these are the basic questions on the factor theorem, and these all questions are clear to you. Next, moving to the next concept, which is on based of factorization. In this question number 4, we need to factorize a quadratic polynomial. Now here we'll discuss with the concept is called as middle term split. Now in the cubic polynomial, when we are going to factorize it, we always do middle term split, and what we do in the middle term split, we need to split the middle term in such a way so that if we add these two terms, we'll get the same term. Let's say minus 7x is the middle term, so we are breaking down it in the minus 4x and minus 3x. Why only minus 4x and minus 3x? Why not minus 2x and minus 5x? Because there is one more condition. This is the product of these two separation. The product of these two separation must be equal to the product of these two terms. Means minus 4x into minus 3x, minus minus plus, 4th is a 12 and x is x square. So the product should be 12x square, and here we can see the product of 12x square into 1 is also 12x square. So we are fulfilling both the conditions. It means the solution is going right. Now in the second step, we just take 4x as a common. Common means we are dividing the common term from the each term. Let's say if we divide 12x square by 4x, we'll get 3x, and 4x upon 4x is always 1. So we have 4x, 3x minus 1. In these two terms, we don't have any common, so we'll take 1 as a common. 1 is universal term which we can take common. So the minus 1 will be common, so that we can get the 3x minus 1. Now here just remember this thing. These two factors must be same. If we are getting the 3x minus 1, so it should here we should also get 3x minus 1. Now just write 3x minus 1, it is coming common, and just write it 4x from here and minus 1 from here. So the 4x minus 1 and 3x minus 1 is the factor of the given quadratic polynomial. Easy. Now see the next one. 2x square plus 2x square plus 7x plus 3. So the parts of 7x must be in such a way, so the product of these two terms must be 6x square. So we are going for the 6x plus x. So the product will be 6x square. Just take 2x as a common from 2x square plus 6x. So we'll get x plus 3, and again from the x plus 3 in the last we are taking 1 as a common. So here we are getting x plus 3 again. Take x plus 3 as a common, so we get 2x plus 1 as a second factor. This is your final answer. Alright, now the next one is 5x. 5x, the separation must be in such a way the product should be 6x square into minus 6 is minus 36x square. That's why we are taking positive 9 and minus 4. The product of minus 4 into plus 9 would be minus 36, and x will make x square. So yes, we are doing right. Just take 3x as a common, so we'll have 2x plus 3 in the brackets. Again from the minus 4x and minus 6 we'll take minus 2 as a common, so that we can get 2x plus 3 here. Just write it 2x plus 3, and the remaining terms as 3x and minus 2. So this is the required factor. Similarly in the last one, 3x square minus x minus 4. Alright, so again we are splitting minus x in the form of minus 4x plus 3x, because the product should be 12, and if you focus the answer, the separation is also given in the question. Also 3x square and 4, 3 and 4, the difference of 3 and 4 is also 1. So we'll write it in the minus 4x plus 3x form. Just take x as a common, so we get 3x minus 4, and take 1 as a common. Again we are getting 3x minus 4. So the x plus 1 and 3x minus 4 is the required factors. Am I clear till yet? I guess. I hope you are getting this. So this is the basic questions. I think you have done these questions in the previous class also, so it will not be much difficult for you. Alright, now coming to the last and the very most very important concept of this exercise, that is the cubic polynomial. We need to factorize the cubic polynomial. As there are various methods for solving the cubic polynomials, we'll discuss the one of them is, which is simply in the common language we say the hit and try method. But why we are saying hit and try, just see it. We are given a cubic polynomial x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. Now we have 4 terms. So in the previous class, you have just studied which is this method. So in this method we just took common from the first 2 terms and take common from the last 2 terms, so that we can take x square common from the x cube minus 2x square, so we'll get x minus 2, and again from the minus x plus 2 we are taking minus 1 as a common, so we'll have x minus 2 as a factor. So we can write it in the form of x minus 2 and x square minus 1. Again x square minus 1 can be rewrite in the form of x plus 1 and x minus 1. Simply we are just applying the a square minus b square, that is a plus b and a minus b. So here we have the answer as x minus 2, x plus 1 and x minus 1. But if we are not sure that we are getting always common in these terms, so we have one more method which is for the long division. We'll use the concept of long division in this method. Just focus on the numerical term, that is the positive 2, and if we are talking about a cubic polynomial, so the degree of a cubic polynomial is always 3, so there will be a 3 factors also. Alright, and if it is in the form of x plus a, x plus b and x plus b, now when we multiply, so there will be a condition when all the numerical terms will be multiplied. Alright, so the factors will take the help of the factors of this numerical term. So what should be the possible factors of these plus 2? It would be 1 or 2, positive negative 1, or it can be positive negative 2. We need to consider both the symbols because we don't know the right factor till yet. Alright, so just we need to try the values, these value in the given question, in the given cubic polynomial, so that we can get 0 as remainder. Now you are getting what I am saying, that it means the number should be a factor of the given cubic polynomial, right? So when we just take x equals to minus 1, x equals to positive 1, x equals to positive 2 and x equals to minus 2. In the first try, just take p of 1, alright, and when we just put the value of 1 in the place of x in this question, so we'll get 1 cube is 1 minus 2x square, it means minus 2 into 1 square, that is minus 2, simply minus x means minus 1 and plus 2. So we can see we are getting 0 as a remainder. Now what does it mean? If we are getting 0, if we are getting p of 1 equals to 0, then the one factor would be x minus 1 by the factor theorem. Easy. If x equals to 1 is a 0 of the polynomial p of x, so it means x minus 1 is a factor of p of x. Is it okay? I think this is the basic concept of a factor theorem. So now what we are going to do, just taking help of a long division, so just divide this whole equation, whole polynomial, sorry, by the x minus 1. Let's see the long division. I hope you are quite familiar with the long division, but if you are not, then let's just see. We need to multiply x with such number so that we can get x cube. So we need to multiply the x by the x square only, so that we can get x cube. So just multiply by the x square. So x into x square would be x cube. That x square will multiply with the minus 1 also, so we'll get minus x square. Now change the symbols. So x cube minus x cube will be cancelled out. Minus 2x square plus x square will be minus x square. This minus x will be noted down. Now we need to multiply x by such a number so that we can get minus x square. So for that we'll multiply the x by the minus x only. So here minus x into x will be minus x square, and minus x into minus 1 would be positive x, minus minus plus. Just change the symbol. x square will be cancelled out. Minus x and minus x would be minus 2x. This positive 2 will be noted down. So minus 2x, by which number we should multiply the x? So we can check it, minus 2x by x. So it should be multiplied with the minus 2 only. So just multiply with the minus 2. So minus 2 into x is minus 2, and minus 2 plus 1 is what? It will be positive 2. Just change the symbol and we'll get the 0 as a remainder. So if we are getting 0 as a remainder, so it means we have two factors, that is x minus 1 and x square minus x minus 2. Where it come from? This is your quotient. X square minus x minus 2 is your quotient. Now again you just need to perform what? Middle term split for factorize this quadratic polynomial, and at the end we'll get the answer. Just solve x square minus 2x plus x. We are just split the minus x in the form of minus 2x plus s, so that the product of these can be a minus 2x square. Just take x common, so that x minus 2, and take plus 1 as a common, so that we can get x minus 2 also. So at the end we are getting three factors of a cubic polynomial. Alright, we will continue the same process in the next questions also. Again, now we'll see it in a little bit quicker way. X cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. So we need to check for the values of all plus 1 minus 1 and plus minus 5 only, because 5 is a prime number, so we can just go for the 1 and the number itself only. So after trying these values, we can see that the p of minus 1 is coming 0. When we are putting the x equals to minus 1, we are getting 0. It means x equals to what? If x equals to minus 1, then the factor would be x plus 1 when we displace the value. So we'll get x plus 1 is a factor. Now just divide this cubic polynomial by the x plus 1. Now just follow the same concept, x cube, and here we have x, so it should be multiplied with the x square, so that we can get x cube. X cube, this x square will multiply with this one also, so x square also, positive x square. Change the symbol, cancelled out. Minus 3x square plus x square, sorry, minus 3x square minus x square would be minus 4x square minus 9x. So minus 4x square we have, and it will be multiplied with the, so for this we'll multiply the x by the minus 4x only, so that we can get minus 4x square, and this minus 4x will multiply with the positive one, so it will be minus 4x only. Change the symbol, minus 5x minus 5, so x will multiply with the minus 5, so that we can get minus 5x, and minus 5 into minus 1 will be minus 5. So at the end we are getting 0 as a remainder. So here we have x plus 1 and x square minus 4x minus 5, that is your quotient as a factor. Now just solve it with the middle term split. So we'll split in minus 5x plus x and solve it. So at the end we'll get the required factor. Now see the difference. In the previous question we can take the common from the pair of the two terms, but here if you see the x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5, if you take x cube minus 3x square, we can take x square as common and we'll get x minus 3 in a bracket. But can we get x minus 3 again by taking any number common from the minus 9x minus 5? So therefore this is the best method for solving any cubic polynomial. Alright, let's see the next two. We just need to follow the same. Now here just focus, the last number is positive 20. So here we have the many possible values for the factors of the 20. So it can be 1, 2, 4, 5, 10 and 20. Any of the number which can be divisible, or which are divisible by 20. So we'll start from the smaller number, and when we get just first number, just stop it. We need not to try all the numbers. We just hit and try any number, so that we can get 0 ones only. So in this question, if we try and we'll get the value of whole polynomial 0 at -1. So the p of -1 is 0. It means when the x equals to -1 is a 0, then we can say x plus 1 would be a factor of the p of x. Now this x plus 1 will be divided. This x plus 1 will divide the whole polynomial given cubic polynomial, so that we can get x square plus 12x plus 20 as a quotient. Just solve it, and this 12x further will solve by the middle term split, so it will be plus 10x plus 2x. So by simply doing the middle term split, we'll get the factor of the quadratic polynomial, and when we join it with the x plus 1, we'll get all the three factors of the cubic polynomial. So this is the way for solving this kind of cubic polynomial or any cubic polynomial. The last one you should try with the long division method. I have just solved it by the simple method by taking common. I am just taking y square in common from the 2y cube plus y square and -1 from the -2y and -1, so that I am getting y square -1 and 2y plus 1. Again I can write y square -1 in the form of y plus 1 and y minus 1, as we have identity. So we have the factors of the given polynomial as y minus 1, y plus 1 and 2y plus 1. So children, just try this question. Alright. Beside this, I have some practice questions as usual for you. Just note these questions, try at your best efforts, and if you are facing any kind of problem, then always I am there for you. Just let me know, we'll discuss. Alright, thank you for listening carefully. Bye bye.